My name is Rebecca Lovell. I have the pleasure of leading the City of Seattle's Office of Economic Development. And I just want to applaud you for engaging in this incredibly important work to dismantle racism and promote equity. We share that commitment in our office, and we lead with race and social justice, whether we're working in community on anti-displacement strategies or working in our workforce system to ensure that local residents have equitable access to training and jobs. So, we're at a pretty interesting moment here in the Seattle region of unprecedented growth. And all you need to do is look out the window at the cranes and traffic to feel it every day. But if you take a moment and really disaggregate that growth by race and ethnicity, it tells a very different story. If we look at median household income, the income for white households is 2.5 times that of African American and Native American households, and it's 40% higher than Asian American and Latinx populations. So there's a lot of work to be done here, and I think if we're not intentional about it, we are going to start looking like San Francisco, and not in the good ways. We're really concerned about increasing income inequality. And as we stand at this moment and race into the future, another one of our mayors and our office's priorities is really thinking through the future of work. And again, if we're not careful, we may live in a world where that inequality is exacerbated. I know there's a lot of fear around the future of work, and the phrase, the robots are coming, can sort of strike terror in the hearts of many. And truly, in the last 5 years, from 2012 to 2017, we saw a 10x increase in occupations that demand artificial intelligence as a necessary skill. And if we look at the jobs that are continuing to grow, we're certainly excited about the growth in information technology and healthcare and the massive opportunities in the creative economy. But again, if we look today at who holds those occupations, the ones that have the lowest risk of automation and the highest pay, they are predominantly held by white men. If you look at information technology, that can look like people of color are participating in a proportional way, but that is because in the Seattle area, 41% of those jobs are held by Asian Americans. So again, really, really important to be intentional about disaggregating some of those statistics. So when we think about all of this, I'm not sharing this to terrify you, although that might be part of why we're here, but really to call out the importance of using data and research and innovation to think about how we can prepare ourselves for this future, to be really intentional about concentrating. When we've got such a low unemployment rate in our city, that means the folks who are unemployed or underemployed are the ones that have the most institutional barriers to accessing those jobs and those opportunities. So what I want to do is encourage you to keep doing the work that you're doing, share that commitment with us. We're delighted to work with partners like SJI who share this as a priority. And with that, I hope you are ready for a full and engaged day of conversations. Without further ado, I want to bring up my partner in economic development and the chair of the SJI board, Ben Wolters. Please join me in welcoming Ben.
Thank you, Rebecca. All right, is everyone now enthused and excited? Because that was a great way to get us going here. Welcome, everyone, and on behalf of the Seattle Jobs Initiative and the entire organization, we want to thank you for coming today and welcome you to our 2018 conference. Before we all begin, I would like to acknowledge that the land we sit and occupy today as the traditional home of the Duwamish, Tulalip, Muckleshoot, and Suquamish tribal nations. Without them, we would not have access to this working and learning environment that we are enjoying today. I take the opportunity here to thank the original caretakers of this land who are still here. Angeli, thank you. The overview of the conference, as we have been really excited about thinking through how to put this together. Our audience today, we are all a diverse range of individuals who work in various capacities, navigating systems and institutions in service of our most vulnerable populations. In this work, we find that barriers continue to keep people from reaching the services, resources, and agency they need to thrive. It is incumbent upon us as service providers to use a critical lens and assess how we can orient ourselves to being transformative agents of change within these systems. Inequity still plagues our world. One's race is still one of the strongest predictors of wealth and opportunity in our country. It is our hope that through careful self-analysis, discipline, and intentionality, we can become much more aware of how the programs we design and our daily interactions serving people within those programs might be fostering inequality. It's our hope that through this lens of awareness paired with practical solutions, we work to change this, that we can achieve equity intentionally by design. Now, the Seattle Jobs Initiative creates opportunities for students, workers, and businesses to succeed by helping education and job training programs meet the demands of the new economy. We find and apply solutions for people to gain the skills they need for living wage careers that create prosperity for all in today's marketplace. As an organization that brings together program, research, and technical assistance under one roof, we see as SJI's critical functions the highlighting of important new ideas shaping how we address poverty, thinking about how we translate these ideas into real-life solutions, providing opportunities for others to learn. Our conference is one of the key ways that we seek to fulfill those functions as an organization. SJI is very honored to be your partner in this work and hope to take a collective step forward today in developing programs and services that achieve equity and prosperity for all. Now, a bit of logistics about our agenda. This morning, we're going to hear, of course, from our keynote speaker, Virginia Eubanks. Hi, Virginia. And, of course, she's the author of Automating Inequality, How High-Tech Tools Profile, Police, and Punish the Poor. In Seattle, we love our technology. We love our data. And in fact, both can be very important in our work as agencies and organizations, doing the work that we do. But technology and data systems can also worsen inequality. Creating a framework, as Virginia has stated, to manage the individual poor in order to escape our shared responsibility for eradicating poverty. We're excited to learn more from Virginia about how we can, in fact, take on the shared responsibility, even as our world becomes more automated. After Virginia, we'll hear from our panel made up of some amazing workshop facilitators from our region to reflect on what Virginia has shared and how similar themes crop up in their work, and to transition us to a discussion on practical applications of these themes in our workshops. Now, this is really important. We build these conferences based upon the feedback we receive from all of you and from previous conference participants. And one thing that's been emphasized for us is bring these big, important conversations to us, but by all means, make sure that there's a focus on how we craft together solutions to deal with these big problems. And so with today's conference framework, that's exactly what we're going to try and do here. In the late morning and after lunch, we'll be offering the workshops concurrently 3 times, each so that you will have an opportunity to attend all of them. Note that you will attend them in a very specific pre-assigned order so that we'll have roughly the equal amount of folks in each of the workshops. So each of you have received a personalized agenda in your packets, and we encourage you to try and follow them during the course of the day, so we don't lump together in one versus another one of the workshops. Now, at the end of the conference, we will have a special item for you all to take home with you as a memento of your time here, along with incredible memories, experiences, we hope, and some tools, and maybe even some new friendships. Additionally, we will make space for the completion of an evaluation of our conference. So please come back for our closing session. And again, as I mentioned earlier, your feedback is vitally important for us in helping to shape useful and effective conferences going forward. So please take the time to do that. It would be greatly appreciated. So in advance, thank you to all of our presenters. Thanks to all of you for joining us today.